Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we'll be flying from Lanaka to Tokyo in the 787 once again. So let's get into it. So we got our pushback clearance after I absolutely butchered first contact with ATC. He told us to basically push back and face north, basically tail left. As you can see, we're flying Turkish Airlines and we are waiting for our taxi clearance. I'm going to speed up this part of the video a little bit because it was quite a long segment of the flight. This segment of this flight was just me taxiing to the departure runway. It was quite the long taxi, but as a pilot, you gotta do what you gotta do. So as we were by the runway, we got immediate takeoff clearance, which is quite rare. And after the departure, we just followed Sid. So heading into St. Bartholomew Center or airspace, there was a 777 heading into Lanka. It was fairly close, but nothing to be too concerned about. And as I was heading into the airspace and deaccelerating, I noticed a glitch in the flight where the ground just starts to disappear. Now, I do not know if that is my phone's problems or just the server in general or my Wi-Fi. But very strange how the ground was just disappearing like that, Very, very strange. So, luckily, it wasn't too much of an issue during landing. It wasn't an issue at all during the landing, which was very good. Very good, I have to say myself. So, starting our descent here, we are about to fly over St. Bartholomew. And the controller, as I made first contact and radio contact, he told me good luck for Tokyo. Now, this was a little bit concerning considering I was heading into Tokyo. Oh, and Tokyo is my favorite island. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen there. But as I found out, it was more the ATC than the island itself. So flying over St. Bartholomew, the glitch kept on happening, but you know me, I just continued on. Now into the approach, I checked the chat and wow, just to say it was hectic isn't enough. People were having quite a bit of banter, I should say, in the chat. And it was Tokyo ATC versus Mellor ATC. Not two airports that you would slightly have, because Mellor is more of a regional airport, and Tokyo is obviously like an international class Bravo airport. So I'm not really I don't really know why they were beefing, but they were. And, it was quite the banter, I should say so myself. Even listening on the radio, it really was hectic. So coming in for a approach, it was quite the long approach, I have to say. And since Tokyo was having banter with Mellor, I just assumed that it was Unicom, honestly. So made traffic calls instead of your usual HC calls, because they were busy having banter and too focused on their banter, it seemed. So yeah, it was quite the long approach. Mellor was not having it, but Roblox and its chat sensory thingamajiggies. So this approach was quite long because we basically had to go around the island, which is not always good, but it was what he had to do because we were way too high to be clear for ILS runway 31, which was the arrival runway for Tokyo. Now, heading in, I realized that the ATC was acting quite immature, and I just wasn't having it. So I didn't even make traffic calls or anything. I just let my brother do the work. Now you might say, but that's not fair because you're supposed to make the traffic calls and whatnot. But see, I just wanted to have a little fun here. You can't blame anyone for having fun. So he was busy making random traffic calls, confusing ATC, because I'm not really sure how, but I'm pretty sure Tokyo started the beef in the chat. So coming in so as I was on the approach, it's quite long. I already said that. It was quite long, quite boring approach, I'm not even gonna lie. We were just coming in for almost cleared for the ILS. Then we had the field in sight. Now this was when we got ILS clearance. Well, I gave myself ILS clearance as the ATC was too busy confronting Mellor for whatever reason. So as you can see, I was on a perpendicular approach. Not always good. Because turning on final, it's just never gonna work. So coming down here, almost 1,000, preparing to land, dropping the gear right about now. And we were perpendicular and too high, dropping to the absolute minimum approach speed in the 787, which was 106 knots. Could have stalled and fell out the sky there. So coming into land, as you can see that the turn in on final wasn't really helping, because this is what happened. I was coming in too high. One red, the rest were white. Then it was 2 red, 2 white, which was always a good sign to see. But then the dreaded 3 red, 1 white came up, which means your approach was too low. Now, I tried to put the nose up to increase my altitude, but I got a little bit too distracted, and it ended up being one of my latest touchdowns I've ever done on this game. As you can see, the Pappy lights going full white at the end there, and just missing the touchdown zone and having a skew approach, but it was butter nonetheless. One of my best. So rate that in the comments below if you wish. My personal rating is a 9.5 again. Thank you for watching. Hope I see you next time. And goodbye.